Hi everybody, it's Sean from GoPark.com. We're here today. We're going to show you how to change the passenger side power window switch on this 2003 Hyundai Santa Fe. This is going to be pretty much the same procedure for any 2001 to 2006. Also very similar for the passenger side as well as the rear doors. Taking off the door panel might be a tiny bit different. But it is a fairly simple procedure. We are going to have to remove the door panel though, as I mentioned. So the tools that we'll need for this procedure is we're going to need a phillips screwdriver. We're going to need a small flathead screwdriver. And then the right tool is a door panel clip tool. This is going to be used for prying the door panel away from the door frame. You can get away with using a large flathead screwdriver. Maybe even a putty knife will probably do the job, but this is the right tool. So we'll go ahead and get started. We'll take off the door panel and then we'll show you how to replace the switch. So to get started, the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to use a small flathead screwdriver. We're going to open up a little screw cover here inside the interior door panel. There's a little slot for you to put your screwdriver. Let's see, where did it go? It just fell out. I heard it. Oh, there we go. And that's going to expose a Phillips screw. Okay. We're going to loosen and remove that. You can also you're also going to want to go ahead and remove the bezel for your interior door panel. Okay. We're going to loosen and remove the Phillips screw down inside the door pull cup. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pry and we're going to take off these screw covers. There's going to be there's going to be 3 of them total, and they're really easy. What you want to do is you want to take your small flat blade screwdriver and just kind of carefully pry out the center of it. You don't want to scratch it, and they're going to kind of shoot off like that, so make sure you know where they go. Maybe it's a good idea to cover it with your hand. There we go. And now we're going to loosen and remove these Phillips screws. And using the small flat blade screwdriver, we're going to pry and we're going to remove the triangular trim panel up here. We have the speaker upgrade, so we're going to want to disconnect the speaker's wiring harness by just depressing that tab, and then that comes off. Alright, now door panel clip tool, you're going to want to go in, separate, pull the door panel out. We're going to see if we can get it with our hands right here. Just with a looks like we're going to have to use a tool. Now with all that separated, I'm going to go ahead and lift the door panel. There's going to be a wiring harness here on the back, which I'll show you in a second. Two, actually. Get your courtesy light down here as well. Now everything's off, and just to show you, you're going to have your one wiring harness that connects here, one that connects here, and then these are going to be your retaining clips that you're actually popping free. A couple of them came off, so whenever that happens, what you want to do is just want to grab them, put them back into place, slide them right back into the door there. Sometimes they'll stay with the door as well, in which case you just want to pull them out, reattach them to the door. That way whenever you reattach it, it'll all pop right back into place. So now our door panel's off. Alright everyone, now with our door panel off, you'll see this here is the underside. Our door panel's laying face down. Is the underside of your power window switch. There's two small Phillips screws there. So what we're going to do is we're going to loosen and we're going to remove those screws, and then we can pull the power window switch out through the underside of the door panel. Okay, so with the sun here, I'm going to try and not block you, but those two Phillips screws are the two that we're going to be loosening and removing here. And then you can pull your power window switch right out. Now, as I was working on the side mirror over there, I realized I wish I had done the driver's side, just because it's a larger switch. In all honesty though, it really doesn't matter. The entire procedure is going to be the same. There might be 3 bolts instead of 2 underneath your switch, and there's probably going to be 2 or 3 wiring harnesses instead of 1. Everything else is going to be the same though. So now, since there's nothing wrong with our switch, we're going to put it right back in. But what you do is just go ahead and make sure that you have it facing the right direction there. You're going to slide your switch right in, and you're going to tighten the Phillips screws to go ahead and mount it to the door panel. Now our new power window switch, and the shadow is brutal, our new power window switch is going to be in place. We can go ahead and plug it in, reattach the door panel, and then we're done. Okay, as we're reattaching the door panel, what we want to go ahead and do is make sure all of our clips are in place, and we double check that whenever we took it off. We're going to go ahead and reconnect our wiring harnesses. You're going to have one here and one here. So we go ahead and plug those in. Okay, now there's a little bit of a lip on the back of this. What you want to do is you want to hang it onto the door frame. Go. We've got everything plugged in, so now what we want to do is, now that it's lined up, you want to go ahead and be firm. And you want to start popping those clips back into place. And they should go right in with no problem. Okay. Now we start tightening the Phillips screws. made a bit of a mistake here, and I didn't leave This is why you should always double check, make sure you have your wiring harnesses. I'm going to have to fish. I'm going to have to either take off the door panel again or fish out the speakers, the little speaker here's wiring harness. So I think I can get it, but you always want to double check and make sure that you have all of your harnesses where you can reach them before you snap the door panel into place. But to be honest, this wouldn't be the first time I had to take off a door panel because I did something like this. So if it happens to you, don't feel bad. Just point and laugh at me. You'll feel better about yourself. And that's what we're all about. There we go. Go ahead and reconnect the speaker's wiring harness here. You want to feed that down. There's a little bit of an opening here in the panel. Gives you enough room to slide that down and in. You want to make sure that your little tooth here is going to fit behind the door panel. You're going to snap this into place. It should snap right in there, as ours has, and then you should be good to go.